Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, I'm going to be giving away our first gold pass of the 45,000 subscriber giveaway. All you got to do to enter is be subscribed, like this video, drop one comment to get one entry, max of one entry. All the other guidelines are in the pinned comment and description of the video. Today we are going to be ranking every equipment in Clash of Clans, especially after the Dark Crown got released into the game. Let's start off with the Barbarian King, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, the Barbarian King has 7 pieces of equipment. At number 7, you should not be too surprised. It is the Barbarian Puppet. I don't have to waste too much time here. It just sucks. It is not good at all. If you have not upgraded it, do not feel bad, because honestly, it feels like a waste of ores. Now, at the number 6 spot, I put the Vamp Stash. This one does actually pain me a little bit. I do like this equipment at lower level town halls, and you're probably wondering, Aki, are you doing this for just Town Hall 17, or are you doing this for Town Hall 12? What are you doing this for? Well, I'm having the lens of every town hall in mind here. I know it can be a little bit more difficult, but I think it does still become easy to break down, because for me, the Vamp Stash just falls off a cliff after, say, like Town Hall 16, maybe even Town Hall 15. At 14, 13, 12, 11, it's honestly pretty decent, but yeah, at the higher town halls, it is not good at all. This one pains me a little bit. I do not want to do this because I want to actually put the Snake Bracelet higher. But with the same logic I had with the Vamp Stash, yes, it works great in hard mode. Lots of pro players love it. I actually love it when you're funneling it on the outside of the base. But if you're a lower town hall level player, you don't really need the Snake Bracelet. You're probably better off with the Rage Vial or Giant Gauntlet. Hence, with that in mind, I have to put the Snake Bracelet at the number 5 spot. And now, speaking of which, we are going to put the Rage Vial at 4. It works at every town hall. Giant Gauntlet Rage was such a nice combination. I've actually used the Rage with the Earthquake Boots. Works great there as well. You get the awesome, it lasts for 10 seconds. That's crazy. 38.3 speed increase, damage increase is insane. And then you got the Hero Boost as well. Now, let's move over to the number 3. I struggled here. I was going to put the Earthquake Boots here, but I think the Giant Gauntlet is fine at the number 3 spot. Ever since its nerf, I don't see it as much, but honestly, with some armies, you get such a tanky king that I'm surprised I don't see it as much, but I do see the fall off. Reason being, the Spiky Ball and Earthquake Boots combination has really just kind of overpassed this, so for that reason, I do understand. Now, speaking of that, you already know what my number 2 is. It's the Earthquake Boots. So dang good when they're paired up with the Spiky Ball. But even if it's not paired up with the Spiky Ball, just to open up that many walls, 8 tiles worth in the middle of the base, it's spectacular value, but then you're also getting damage done. And then again, paired up even with the Giant Gauntlet works well. You can pair it up with the Rage. It does not matter what you pair it up with. It just does get the value. And honestly, at level 1, you can break walls, so you can never really complain at that. And now the number 1 for the King, it is the old reliable Spiky Ball. 3250 projectile damage at max level, 8 targets. Even with that nerf that they did to it, having it from 9 to 8, does not matter. It just pairs so nicely with the Earthquake Boots. I know I've simped over it, but it's true. The Spiky Ball is the best piece of equipment for the King. But now, let's focus our attention to the Queen. Okay, for the Queen, I struggle a little bit. Not at the number 7 spot, because you already know that is the Archer Puppet. It sucks. It's just like the Barbarian Puppet, so we're not going to waste too much time here with it. Now, at this point, from here on out, like 6 up, I struggle, guys. Seriously, I do. I am going to toss the Frozen Arrow there. It's an epic piece of equipment. It doesn't get used that much. It's great with the Queen Charge, but it also does pair very nicely with the Healer Puppet, the Action Figure, the Magic Mirror. So it kind of does pain me to put it here, but I don't know. I think the other pieces of equipment are better. I could have put the Invisibility Vial here, but I think it gets overhated because actually for the number 5 spot, it is going to be the Invisibility Vial. Yes, it does get replaced by the Magic Mirror, but only when the Magic Mirror is level 18. So if it's below that, you're good to use the Invisibility Vial. The almost 8-second ability duration with the extra damage of 1740 and the Hero Boost, it's unbelievable how good your Queen becomes there for those 8 seconds. But moving on here, this is when my list absolutely collapses. I struggle so much after this. I was thinking the Magic Mirror. I was thinking, what do I do? Well, for me, the Magic Mirror, yes, it costs a lot, but no, I think it's one of the best pieces of equipment. I have to sadly go the Giant Arrow at my number 4 spot. I know, it does not sound right. It's used at every town hall pretty much, and it provides you value every time you shoot it, unless you're sometimes silly like me and you shoot it across the map, but the opposite way, and you get none value out of it. But it's good for air attacks, and we know how popular air attacks are in the meta. I feel dumb putting it here. I truly do, but I kind of have to. And then for my number 3, it is going to be the Healer Puppet. Again, this piece of equipment used at any town hall you want. Gives you great stats. The 968 hit point increase, 35 self-healing per second is awesome. You can turn it into a mini queen walk. Your queen does get some extra value out of it. Now here, number 2, it is the Magic Mirror. This might be just because I love the Magic Mirror so much. I think it's one of the best equipments in the game. Seriously, I do believe that. But then I also fall in love with the combination it has with the number 1 equipment, which is the action figure, which is my favorite, personal favorite for the queen. The reason I say this, its hero boosts, they kind of trump out the Healer Puppet. But what this also means is if you do not have the action figure leveled up, it's totally fine to use your maxed out Healer Puppet. That's fine. But for me right now, having this at max level, I do think this is the best equipment for the queen. The 135 DPS increase, the 40 self-healing, and then the 713 hit point increase makes me put this at number 1. It was very, very tough to put this list together for the queen. Let's move over to the Warden. Hopefully, it's a little bit easier on me. Okay, the Minion Prince just got a new piece of equipment. That's the idea behind this video, why we're doing it. But I do feel like it's pretty easy to rank. Will I get some flack for it? Maybe. Number 5, I am going to put the Metal Pants. It's a great piece of equipment. It doesn't mesh well with a lot of the other equipments the Minion Prince has. Hence why I put it down here at the number 5 spot. In terms of number 4, this might sound a little bit crazy. It is going to be the Noble Iron. I genuinely like it a lot. The attack range is great. The attack count is awesome. And then you get the extra damage, obviously. The key there is the 17% speed increase, which is really, really solid. But if I'm being honest, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put the Dark Crown at number 3. And you're probably like, Aki, you are nuts. You're going to put the new equipment that you've gassed up at number 3? Yeah. A, it's an epic piece of equipment. Yes, the passive ability is awesome. The hero boosts are great. But guys, it works well with air spam. It does not do that great with ground armies. And I'm also looking at that because we got to make sure, like, not everyone uses the Minion Prince just on air attacks. You can use them on ground attacks, like with Root Riders. So the Dark Crown being here at 3, you're probably like, well, what's your number 2? It's the Henchman Puppet. Yes, I am a big fan of this. Doesn't matter if it's a ground attack where you're tanking air bombs. Doesn't matter if you're doing that the same thing for air attacks, getting Seeking Air Mines. The 2 summoned units, the hero boosts, are really nice, but the key that I really like about the Henchman Puppet is the 1 second invisibility. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's like the Royal Champion Hog Puppet. When you pop it, you get that invisibility so you can take the damage off your Minion Prince. I really like that. The Henchman Puppet are fast, so they jump out in front, so you get some insane tanking. So yes, some of you might not have the new equipment leveled up. I would not stress. The Henchman Puppet are more than good, and I truly do mean that. I do not also know how the Dark Orb is not an epic piece of equipment. Seriously, it is one of the best in the game. I truly do mean that. I know I've said that for a lot of pieces of equipment. That's because I just like the equipment in the game. It works on ground armies, works on air armies. The slowdown acts like a mini Eternal Tome. And you're probably like, Aki, what are you talking about, man? Are you crazy? What I actually mean by that is you get that slowdown effect. So it's like kind of like an overgrowth some people are using in pro matches. Whereas they use the overgrowth to go over that crazy damage, and then so you don't take any damage, aka like an Eternal Tome. Here you don't get 0% damage on you, but you still get that slowdown, and even that on a big clump of defenses is amazing. So for me, the Dark Orb is long and away the number 1 equipment for the Minion Prince. But now let's turn our attention to the Warden. Okay, for the Warden, at number 6 and is the Lava Loon Puppet. I think after the Eternal Tome rework, where we will be able to get the Lava Loon puppets in the Warden ability, I think that will be actually really, really nice and going to make this a little bit better. I do still think there's so many other better equipments for the Warden. It's crazy because I do want to trust this. I love the Lava Loon puppet when it was introduced in Clash of Wayne. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was awesome. It was broken. But in terms of an equipment, it is dead last. I wasted a lot more time than I probably would have liked there. Here, this pains me. This genuinely does. But then I'm thinking about the whole player base. I have to put at the number 5 spot the Life Gem. For me personally, it's not. I actually think it's one of the better equipments. I like it. But for this meta, and just for most players, I don't see them using the Life Gem. I try pushing it all the time, but I don't think it outdoes, say, for example, like the Eternal Tome, Healing Tome, or Raid Gem, for example. But it is going to be here at the number 5 spot. For number 4, I struggled. It's the Healing Tome or Raid Gem. I'm going to select here. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm going to select the Rage. It's tough though, because the Healing Tome and Rage just go hand in hand with the Eternal Tome. They work both really great. So you could have gone, like if this was yesterday, I might have put the Healing Tome here. If it's tomorrow, I would maybe put the Raid Gem. Vice versa, just keep switching. But seriously, don't take this much to heart. This is a great piece of equipment. Just because it is number 4 on the list does not mean it's actually bad. For number 3, just going to be its sibling in crime here. It's the Healing Tome, which is also very good. Ground attacks, air attacks, same thing like the Raid Gem. You can use it in really any kind of army. You can pair it up with the Healing Tome, with the Eternal Tome, and you can do double gem attacks. So very, very nice. And when I mean double gem, I mean that for the Raid Gem, but they're so versatile, both of these pieces of equipment. It's struggle putting them in kind of line, but this is the number 3. And now turning our attention to the number 2, it is going to be the Fireball. One of the most fun pieces of equipment in the game. Seriously, I mean that. Once you land an awesome Fireball, as you can see by that animation from there from the Warden, it's just cool to see all those defenses go down. It does take a little bit more skill to pull off, hence why it is at number 2 for me. But for number 1, even after the rework, guys, I still think it's going to be the best piece of equipment for the Warden, which is the Eternal Tome. A long-standing kind of equipment for Clash of Clans, and I seriously do think it's maybe one of the best pieces of equipment in the game. Like, oh my gosh, I've said that way too much. You guys should just boo me if I keep saying that any more time, so I will stop doing that. But seriously, the Eternal Tome could be just, I don't want to call it like an epic. Like, you could do that, but seriously, like, I don't see many armies. Other than you're running a Fireball army, the Eternal Tome is in every army. It doesn't matter. Dragons, you can use it for Root Riders, Super Hogs, Super Witches, Super Bowlers, Super Dragons, Baby Dragons, Minions. You know what I mean? Like, we're joking around here, but seriously, it is that dang good. Now, let's turn our attention to the last hero. Last, but certainly not least, the Royal Champion. Okay, for the Royal Champion, I actually don't struggle too much. At the number 6 spot, it is the Royal Gem. It's a decent piece of equipment, but there's just better options, and I think it's last for that reason. Like, it's nice to have that heal on activation. The 2400 is great, but it's not really one of the best equipments. So for that reason, it is last for me. After this, at the number 5 spot, is the Seeking Shield. Yes, it works great with the Rocket Spear. Paired together, it is unbelievable. They're a nice combination. But does this beat out, say, like the Hog Puppet or the Haste? No, not really. Yes, the projectile damage of 2500 and the 4 targets is great. But man, I still think there's better options. And for that reason, I'm going to put that at number 5. Going on to number 4, I struggled between the Hog Puppet and Haste. For this current meta, I think I have to put the Hog Puppet at number 4. Again, I really like the invisibility. The seconds that I was talking about kind of on the Henchman Puppet, I feel the same about the Hog Puppet. And then, yes, this got the nerf where the summoned unit levels are level 11, but you still get that extra tanking for the Royal Champion, and it is a great piece of equipment. So, at number 4, it is the Hog Puppet. Number 3, we are going to the Haste Vial. This works great paired up with the Electro Boots. You can pair up anything with the Electro Boots, and it's good. And I'm joking, obviously, but no, I'm not. But the Haste Vial, seriously, a strong piece of equipment. You can actually do a Royal Champion charge with the Haste Vial and Royal Gem. We used to do that a lot, actually. I showed some attacks off with that. Shout out my guy, Mighty Mike, who actually came up with that. But yes, this is at my number 3 spot. You get it in the core. You time your invisibilities right. The Haste Vial just wrecks some defenses. Number 2, not really that hard. It is the Rocket Spear. 10 counts. Like, that's crazy. 10 attacks with it. Extra damage, 980. You get 10 tile range. Come on. And you get the hero boost. I don't have to talk too much about this. Air attacks, ground attacks. Does not matter. The Rocket Spear is used at pretty much every town hall. Number 1, who am I kidding? Electro Boots. Genuinely the best piece of equipment in the game right now. Bar none. Even after the nerf, they are still just so good. And you know what makes them that good? It is the passive ability. The aura damage is what actually gets this done. We always used to deal with skeleton traps. They really slow down your Royal Champion. Now, without having that and doing extra damage to buildings, we finally got our Royal Champion charging in towards the base. We could charge our King into towards the base. We could charge our Queen. We could charge our Warden. We could not do that with the Royal Champion. We've been able to do that with our Minion Prince. But now with the addition of the Electro Boots, your Royal Champion has just got a new dimension to her. Hence what I mean, this is number one. It's just so good at so many different town halls, and it dominates the meta. That's it. We've ranked every piece of equipment in the game. Let me know what you guys thought on this style of video. I know a lot of you asked for it, especially since the update, or I shouldn't say update, but the new event just dropped with the new piece of equipment. Remember to enter for the first gold pass. All the rules are in the pinned comment and description of the video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. 45,000 of you is friggin' insane. And yes, still no creator code. I know a lot of you are going to ask about that. I thought I would just put it in here, but one day I promise you, we will get that thing. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Peace out.